Coming up next, what is imposter syndrome? We're going to break it down. And then a new recruitment tool that employers are using. Of course, we're going to do some work fails on this Friday, and we take your calls. And it all starts right now. All right, welcome to the Ken Coleman Show. Thrilled to have you with us. 844-747-2577. This is where we have a conversation about your purpose, specifically purpose in your work, what you were created to do, helping you make a massive or just the right amount of income, whatever you want. And then we're going to talk about impact as well, income and impact, money and meaning, because life is too short to just work for the weekend. 844-747-2577 is the phone number. Hey, I want to check real quick with the team before we get forward. I'm not seeing me on the monitor here. Are we aware of that? That would be great because we're going to need that a little bit later in the show. Thank you very much. And so let's get to it here today. So imposter syndrome. So I wanted to teach on this because I've talked about this on the show before. But I was having a conversation with a friend, Amy Jo Martin, and I was interviewing her, and you're going to hear that interview soon. And she's a big-time social media guru who's actually built a big business. She works with some of the biggest influencers, personalities, companies around the globe on social media strategy and marketing and messaging. And so she's brilliant. And so we were talking about imposter syndrome, and she was telling me how she had been talking about this recently. And she goes, Ken, we got to stop using that phrase. And before she even broke it down, I said, you know what? You're absolutely right. It's ridiculous that we've created this phrase called imposter syndrome. She said, you're right. She goes, you look at those two words. And she said, you look at the word imposter, and that is associated with a fraudulent person. It's almost an illegal activity. It is an illegal activity. I mean, that's the reference for it. Somebody who's illegally impersonating someone, they're a fraud. It's fraudulent behavior. So that's imposter. And then syndrome really refers to a disease. So when you use the phrase imposter syndrome, are you a fraud? Do you have a disease? The answer is no, you don't. So let's stop feeding our mind with something as hairy and scary as I'm dealing with imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome. Are you serious? No. Can I tell you what you're dealing with? Doubt. It's just good old-fashioned doubt. And can I also tell you that when we use this phrase, imposter syndrome, it's usually, okay, I've now stepped into something, I'm doing this thing, and I'm just doubting whether or not I can actually pull it off to the level that they expect of me. I mean, that's usually the reference in the context. But I will tell you that this doubt, while it is very normal, it actually is a good sign. Not only is it normal, it's a good sign. It's a good sign that you've stepped out, that you stepped up. Whoa. Remember the first time you really rode your bike without the training wheels, or mom and dad let go of the seat? Do you remember that? There was some real doubt. Those first couple of pedals, am I going to be able to stay up on this bike? Doubt is a great sign. Now, how do we overcome doubt? How do we overcome it? Well, first of all, we've got to give ourselves a break. Hey, I'm feeling some doubt. I'm not an imposter. I'm not a fraud. And I don't have a disease. I'm just unsure of how this might turn out. I've got some doubt. Oh, am I going to be able to do it? Can I pull this off? It's very normal. So first thing we do is get some positive feedback. Get some other voices. Let's get a positive feedback loop. It's okay to be vulnerable. We all need to be vulnerable, and people find it to be refreshing and authentic. And so get some positive feedback. Hey, I'm doubting this. Am I losing it here? Am I being a little bit too insecure? Positive feedback from other people. How about celebrating? Find something to celebrate at the end of the day. Hey, I was really doubtful, but I did pull this off today. That was good. How about just a fresh reminder of some good things that you're doing, some good things that are happening? And then finally, let's just put the doubt on the witness stand. You've heard me talk about this before. Let's just say, here's the voice of doubt. Let me just put it out there and go, what would need to be true? What would need to happen for this doubt to actually become a reality? Examine it. And with that positive feedback from others, you celebrating some wins and things you're doing well, and then putting that doubt, that voice of doubt to the test, say, what would have to happen for this doubt to become a fact? And what's going to happen is you're going to get great perspective and you're going to keep showing up. But how does doubt affect some of the greatest people on the planet? I'm glad you asked. We've got a couple of quotes, a couple of real life testimonies on doubt from three of the greatest people to ever walk the planet. How about actors? Academy Award-winning actor Tom Hanks. No matter what we've done, there comes a point where you think, how did I get here? When are they going to discover that I am, in fact, a fraud and take everything away from me? None of us are immune to this. Maya Angelou, one of the great wordsmiths of all time. Each time I write a book, every time I face that yellow pad, the challenge is so great. I've written 11 books, but each time I think, uh-oh, they're going to find out now. I've run a game on everybody, and they're going to find me out. Oh, Maya Angelou. Albert Einstein, arguably the smartest person to ever live. The exaggerated esteem in which my life work is held makes me very ill at ease. I feel compelled to think of myself as an involuntary swindler. These are some of the greatest men and women, folks, on the planet that have done unbelievable things, that have had not just great success, but have achieved universal respect, and they deal with doubt. So number one, you're not an imposter. Number two, you don't have a syndrome. You're a human who's dealing with doubt. It's going to be okay. 844-747-2577, 844-747-2577. Hey, guys, can we get this lower monitor on? It's not on. It's dark. If we can get that on, great. If not, we will move on. 844-747-2577 is the number. Let's go to Matthew in Springdale, Arkansas. Matthew, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hey, Ken.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm living the dream. What's going on?
Well, I've got a quick question for you. So I just graduated high school last year, and I was given an opportunity to work for a rather large company that pays pretty well. It wasn't exactly what I wanted to do, but it was a good job for the time. And now I'm kind of to a point where I don't know if I should stay with this stable job that pays well or if I should go after what I really want to do for a living.
Well, what do you really want to do for a living?
Well, I'd like to weld.
Okay. So what is making you teeter on this? You know, you're going, I know what I want to do. I want to weld, but I got this really good, stable job. Is it because you feel maybe that this would be a really dumb decision, or if I put a positive spin on it, the smart move is to take the great opportunity or the really good opportunity now?
Well, so the people that got me this job are what I would consider close. I'm very close to them, so they're family and friends. Some mentors and stuff. And part of me, it's almost like I don't want to let them down by getting rid of this job, but at the same time, like I'm not happy there, and it's not a very good environment.
So you feel like you're going to disappoint them if you leave? Yeah. I get that. How long is it going to take for you to get qualified to weld? Are you ready now so that if you put yourself out there and you begin to look for things, you could step into that right now, or is there a certain amount of training you're going to need?
So I'm actually looking to go to welding school in February. So I'm getting my truck paid off next month.
Good for you.
I'm going to have until February to save up for welding school, and then that's when I'm planning on going, but I'm still kind of on the fence whether or not I should.
Oh, I got to tell you, let's get you off the fence right now. Why do you want to weld?
It's just I've always liked it. It's always been something I've enjoyed.
Yeah, and you're good at it. You got all the technical skills. Yeah. Brother, do it. But I got to tell you, if you leave this current job, what would you do in the meantime?
Well,
you see
I
my
wouldn't
point?
say go to school, but the schools I'm looking at are all filled up.
Yeah, so it's February. So my point is, yes, you should move on to welding. You should do the welding school, but you should stay in this job now, even though it's not the greatest of environments and it's not what you want to do. But it's a nice paycheck, man. It's allowing you to pay your truck off. It's going to allow you to save up money to cash flow the welding school. It's your day job. And I would look at it just as that. And that's going to allow you to shift your mindset. Hey, this is temporary. These are good folks.
Yeah.
It's not the greatest environment in the world, but I'm a big boy. I can handle it. It's not abusive. It's not toxic. So I can handle this.
Yeah.
And here's the deal. When the time comes, Matthew, after you take the welding school, or if you have to, do you have to quit this job to go full-time welding school, or is it a part-time thing?
So I will. This welding school, I'll have to travel out of state to go to it.
Here's the deal. You hold your head high when you walk in there. You walk in there, and you're no longer needing to feel any kind of guilt or any honest worry about what they're going to say, because you're not leaving them. You're not walking out on them. You're walking towards your future. And when you walk in, you go, guys, you're amazing. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. But I've always wanted to weld. It's my dream job. I'm super excited about it. And so I've got to take off because I'm moving into this school. And so then it's like, I don't think you have anything to worry about at that point. The stuff you're worried about, you don't need to worry about it anyway, but I certainly know where you're coming from. So yes, you should go for the welding. It's your dream, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you.
Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You bet. Sit tight. And February, when it's time to go. Head high, thank them, and move on. 844-747-2577. Jennifer's up next in Louisville, Kentucky. Jennifer, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Ken. Thank you for taking my call.
You bet. How can I help?
So I wanted to get your opinion. I currently work for a family business, and I feel that this business is just kind of spinning its wheels and not really going anywhere. I don't have an opportunity for growth. I want to move on to a new career choice, but I have so much guilt, and I feel like I'm letting the family down for considering to leave.
Okay, let's just deal with that. Okay, I want to know in the next couple of minutes. You and I are going to walk through this, and we're going to decide: is there any reason to actually be guilty? But before we do that, let's establish what would make someone guilty. In your words, what makes a person guilty?
That I've done something wrong.
Okay, great. I would agree with that. That's a beautiful definition. All right. So if you leave, will they be able to replace you?
Yes.
Of course. Will you leave in a way that puts them in a bad spot?
Not intentionally.
No. Well, no. Let's dive into this. I mean, will you do anything that if when you leave, they have no warning, no way of, it's a big, giant, hairy mess that you just walked out one day and said, deuces, I'm out. And they had no time to prepare. And not only that, you didn't prepare them. You didn't lay out maybe a list of things you do each day, how to do it, how to train it, just that kind of nice quality professionalism to prepare the next person who you've admitted will be able to replace you. Mm-hmm. And you're right, by the way. Will you leave them in a spot where it's just an absolute fire?
No.
Okay. I'm trying to think of anything else that would make you that would convince me you've done something wrong by leaving the family business. Is there anything else? What else would possibly happen by you leaving that you were worried would be, ooh, this was wrong. I did something wrong. Anything?
I guess it's just emotional. I feel like because of the closeness of the family ties, I almost...
That you will betray them.
Emotionally, I feel like I'm letting them down.
Well, you will be... Do you think that this will be a betrayal?
I guess I do kind of feel that way, but I don't mean it to be.
No, I don't. I want to know, are you betraying them? Think about that word. Are you betraying them? By
No.
leaving to go do, thank you very much. There we go, Jennifer. So here's the deal. You're not doing anything wrong. Are they going to be disappointed? Yep. Are they going to maybe have some hurt emotions? Possibly. Maybe even probably. But are you doing anything wrong, Jennifer? No.
No.
Now listen, I am not in any way, Jennifer, simplifying and even trying to oversimplify your emotions around this. But the fact of the matter is, if you don't leave and go do the thing you want to do because you don't want to disappoint your family, do you know that the very people that you're worried about disappointing are going to become a massive, massive source of resentment? Do you agree with that?
I already feel that.
Yeah, you're resenting them now.
Yeah.
It's not their fault. Because if you leave and you pull yourself out of the work environment, do you also think it's possible that the family side, the relationship side, will actually be stronger in the long term?
Yes, I do. I think it would be a lot easier to enjoy family functions if I didn't feel the stress of the business carrying over.
So you're telling me if you leave, I just want to get this straight, Jennifer, that if you leave, you'll actually do something you love and have tremendous enjoyment and fulfillment and significance and purpose, and your family relationships are going to get better? Is that what you're telling me?
I think so. That's how I feel.
Jennifer, I'm just setting you up. That's the clear answer.
Yeah.
So go do it. Do it right. Do it well. Be a big girl. Love on them. And know that it's going to end up better on both sides. This is a no-brainer. Jennifer, you've got to do it, right?
Yeah.
There
I
we
do.
go.
I have to do it.
You have to do it, Jennifer. It's not only the right thing, it's the best thing. Oh, I love it when that's the case. This is the best thing for you professionally and personally. Yeah, I need a gavel. Sometimes I need one of those old school white wigs that the judges used back in the 1700s and a gavel and just like a fake false robe so that I can go, we've put doubt and fear on the witness stand and now I have ruled. Jennifer, you're free to be you. Please do what you know you're supposed to do. You got it?
I got it.
Jennifer, you're awesome. Thanks for calling. 844-747-2577. Very quick break. When we come back, we got some more great stuff here on the show. This is the Ken Coleman Show.
We were drawn to Christian Healthcare Ministries because we both had young families and we wanted to have more children. And we had also just started a real estate company and needed to find healthcare coverage that would meet our needs.
We were attracted to CHM because of its low monthly costs and the ability to negotiate medical costs down.
Established in 1981 and accredited by the Better Business Bureau, CHM is here to meet the needs of your growing family or small business. Check us out at chministries.org.
We absolutely believe in it.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Ken Coleman Show. Thrilled to have you with us. 844-747-2577. My voice a little raspy today because I was working late last night. We had the From Paycheck to Purpose live stream event from one of our gorgeous television studios here at Ramsey Solutions. Nathan, did you see that? Did you happen to get a little sneak peek of that? It looked fantastic. The team did a great job. And so it was just a wonderful crowd. And we had a great time. Good group of people. And so if you're a member of Ramsey Plus, you'll be able to watch that, have access to that for a couple of weeks. And if you're not a member of Ramsey Plus, you should go ahead and join it for all the great financial tools that we give you there, including Every Dollar and Financial Peace University and your baby steps tracker, all the things. And gobs of great content. And so you can go catch it. Fantastic group of people. Great crowd. And I just got a great email during the break. Fantastic attendance numbers. So go check that out. Of course, the new book is out. We've been talking about it. I've been talking about it so much. You wouldn't believe how many interviews I've done. We're still doing more great stuff. And it was on Fox News multiple times this week. And so if you're new to the show, the book From Paycheck to Purpose is out. You can get it at kencoleman.com, an incredible bundle for $40 now. Because it's out, you can get the book From Paycheck to Purpose, which is the deep dive of the 7 stages that will allow you to not only discover, but do the work that you were born to do, make great income and tremendous impact. It's not a mythical journey. It's absolutely doable no matter how old you are. So that's the book. And then the assessment, the Get Clear Career Assessment, is a deep dive that kind of lets you cheat. All you do is answer questions. And we're going to give you a great report on what you do best, your talent, what work you love to do, your passion, and what results you want to create with your work, your mission. And we fill it out in a purpose statement after you get a deep dive report on all those things. So it's a fantastic tool. Get the bundle now, kencoleman.com. All right. So I mentioned I was on Fox News twice this week. They're calling me and they're going, hey, This employment landscape is really interesting. And so companies are still trying to figure out, how do I attract talent? Because we have more jobs out there than there are people who are unemployed. So you're not going to believe this. So we have to share this with you in the news. Okay, so a new recruitment tool for employers. This is from CBS News. Now I'm going to tell you something. This is one of those things that's interesting, but you better be careful. I'm going to break it down. Dozens of employers, including fast food chains, Arby's, Wendy's, Jimmy John's, and Taco Bell. Boy, I got to tell you, when I read a list like that, I get hungry. I immediately go, oh, boy, I could go for a big roast beef and cheddar sandwich, a little extra Arby's sauce. You know what I'm talking about. Joe, Arby's, Wendy's, Jimmy John's, Taco Bell. You got a favorite out of that list? You're a big fast food guy.
Arby's.
Oh, Arby's. Okay. Clear winner for Joe. Big Lots, Dollar Tree, Kroger, more of these big companies that are now giving employees the option, listen to this, to withdraw money from their paychecks moments after finishing their shift. So it's like they can just get money all the time. They're not even waiting for the paycheck. Now, this is an incentive. Employers are trying to go, what can we possibly do to attract people? All right, so this is very interesting. So you finish your shift, and let's go with Arby's. You probably grab a little extra carton of curly fries on your way out, I'm thinking. All right? And then you can automatically, listen to this, go to an app and get your money right there. So I just earned whatever the money is on my shift, got myself a extra large curly fry, and I got some money right now. Now, I can tell you something. This is dangerous. This is dangerous. There's all kinds of budget implications here. There's all kinds of gotta have it now. Yikes. So I just share that because, listen, don't just chase the latest carrot that companies are dangling. Now, I'll tell you the carrots you ought to be looking at. Tuition reimbursement, full scholarships companies are doing. Ready for this? Wall Street Journal reported last week they're dropping the background check. They're dropping no experience. You don't have to have experience. So you need to be looking for the right ladder to step into. Don't just be going for this is kind of great. I can go knock out an extra shift at Arby's, but you're going to blow all that money. I'm just going to tell you. These people aren't going to take that money and put it into savings. They're just not. They're going to stop at the gas station on the way home and get some lotto tickets while they eat their curly fries. I'm just telling you, that's what's going to happen. You know it, and I know it. So, wow, fascinating stuff. Be careful. All right, hey, how about actually making yourself better and getting qualified? You know what one of the most versatile skill sets and versatile jobs and career steps is? Project management. You think about the world we live in right now. Project management is a wildly valuable position. It's got all kinds of careers and jobs attached to it. And so I've partnered with Ramsey Academy. This is a Ramsey Solutions. We're just throwing this out there because, I'm jacked about this. And so we get these questions all the time. Ken, I want to move into a new career. Should I go to school? And I always say, is a degree the best way? Is it the only way? Is it the only way? Is it the best way? Those two questions you got to ask. And so a degree is not necessary to be a great project manager. So Ramsey Solutions, through our Ramsey Academy, this is a new initiative that I'm very, very involved in. We are going to start training people to actually do these incredible jobs. So on Thursday, November 18th, pay attention. Listen, if you would like to kick the tires, get some training in the area of project management, maybe level up a little bit, join us on Thursday, November 18th. We're hosting a project management crash course. I'm involved in it. Brendan Wojko, who's one of our, he actually is our chief technology officer here, leads, hires, trains project management. He understands it very well. He's going to be joining me. We'll be talking about what makes a great project manager, what the different styles of project management are, because there's actual styles that different companies use. And then we're going to give you some very practical tips that you can apply to your career as a project manager, or it's going to really confirm for you, oh, this is what I want to do, and this is the specific direction I want to go. This is a free event, so I'm not selling you anything. It's a free event. To register for this free online event, so you could do this in your pajamas, trying to make it easy for you, folks, text the word project to 33789. It is the Project Management Crash Course. Thursday, November 18th. We'll give you all the details. It's free. Text the word project to 33789. Again, text the word project to 33789. Super excited about this. We're going to keep telling you about this because it's a free resource, right? It's free. So there you go. Fun stuff. All right. So one of the things we love to do on Friday, we have a little bit of fun, right? We love to highlight, well, people who aren't maybe in their sweet spot and they're just kind of mailing it in, or they don't even know what they're doing. And we like to have a little bit of fun. So this is always great for you, the YouTube audience, to be able to see some of these things. So it's time for Friday Work Fails. Okay, so our theme today for Work Fails, by the way, I still love that sound effect. That sound effect with no context will always make me laugh. Okay, our theme for today's Work Fails is now hiring. So here we go on the screen. Check it out. Would you submit an application to work here? Wow. Notice the giant banner at the top of the facade. Store closing. And then above the door, now hiring. Which one is true? I'm not sure which one. It's like the chicken or the egg. Yeah, okay. Store closing, now hiring. Maybe they just decided, we tried to hire, we couldn't get anybody in here, and now we're closing. And they just said, well, forget the taking the now hiring banner down. Wow. I really shouldn't laugh at that. That's tragically sad. But here we go. Okay, here's another one. Which banner was placed first? Your guess is as good as mine. Now hiring fried turkeys. See, now this is somebody who's going, they told me to go out and put up the now hiring sign. And I'm going to go ahead and use the same framework as our fried turkeys. Now hiring fried turkeys. Can I just say that there's great irony in this sign here? Because this is where companies are at. They're essentially going, if you have a pulse, we'll hire you. That's fantastic. All right, now I'm not sure that they're hiring the next one here. I'm not sure that they're hiring or not, but it is likely that they need some employees. Lenny, you need to come to work. Now, see, I don't know who Lenny is, but they decided to put that up there and go, if Lenny drives by, we can't get Lenny to answer his phone. We've talked about the ghosting on this show that's happening. Like, people just don't show up. They never show up. They just ghost people. There's no courtesy anymore. It's just, I'm not coming. I love that sign. Okay, how about this one? Do you think this company needs help now? Now hiring now. right now. We're hiring now. This is a frustrated leader who says, I know this sign's not going to work, but I'm so desperate. I'm just going to get really emphatic on the sign. Now, hiring now, right now. We're hiring now. Wow. And then finally, how about this one? I'm hoping that this one here was some sort of clerical error. Surgeon wanted for a new health clinic opening in the area. My favorite part, no experience needed. Must have own tools. This reminds me of like the doctor in a Little House on the Prairie that showed up at the house with his little bag. That's what I feel like they're getting. We got to get a surgeon who has his own bag of tools. I'm guessing we want some alcohol swabs, right, as well, some antibac. Wow. Surgeon wanted for new health clinic. Wow, yeah. I feel like they put somebody else in charge of writing that headline and that, wow, just crazy, crazy stuff. Hey, we talked about the project manager thing. I want to mention something really quick. I've got a great report from the CEO of Bethel Tech, who's been on the program many times. So they're a partner here on the show, and they are training folks. This is an awesome, awesome program, less than $15,000, 9-month program. They have a 75% placement rate for their students, and they're starting making $65,000 to $70,000 a year. We have like 30 plus people right now getting trained at Bethel Tech. So if you're thinking not just about project management, we talked about that free workshop, but if you want to kick the tires, or your kid wants to kick the tires, well, what does it look like to get trained? Bethel Tech's the best in the business, and we've got people that are starting soon, and I'm telling you, tech is everywhere. It's one of the most solid careers possible, and you can do it for way less money and way less time than you could possibly imagine. They're really great. Go check them out, betheltech.net/Ken Coleman, betheltech.net. Make sure you get the net part, betheltech.net. Check them out. We've got a special deal. You can use that link there for $1,000 to $2,500 off of tuition. Basically, if you can cash flow it, you're going to get as much as $2,500 off tuition. Now, all of a sudden, you're going and getting qualified for barely over $12,000. Unbelievable group of people. They're doing great work. Check them out. All right. I wanted to mention that. Obviously, don't forget the book, From Paycheck to Purpose, the assessment, the Get Clear assessment, bundled at kencoleman.com. Hope you had a great week and you just stayed the course, because many times that's all you got to do. My time is almost up, but before I let you go, remember this: you matter and you do have what it takes. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, this is the Ken Coleman Show. Press on.